Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandor Gaming, and I promised you guys a video going over the rest of the brand new cards revealed yesterday, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So this video is going to be focusing on the brand new Ice Spellcaster support in the form of the Ice Doll archetype. So this is a brand new, I guess, engine for water decks. It's a level 2 engine that's really interesting, but it locks into waters. I'm not really sure what the purpose of these cards are yet, but they do seem interesting, so let's talk about it. The first things first, we have the one and only main deck monster, that being Ice Doll. They only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name once a turn. You can't spell summon the rest of the turn out to activate any of these cards' effects besides water monsters, so it does lock into water. Get discard one other water monster, especially when this card from your hand. The fact it says discard is really, really good, and you're playing this card like as an Atlantean extender for like synchro advantage. This card allows you to trigger any of the Atlanteans or Mermails, which does feel pretty nice. And this card is normal spell summon, add one water spellcaster monster for your deck to hand. Now, that effect, I'm not really sure what water spellcaster you're trying to play. The only one I can personally think of is Moon. If you don't know, Moon was a card reveal. June Moon was a card revealed a couple of, I think like last year or a year or two ago. It was a really strong card. Basically, it allows you to send spells you control to grave, especially on water from deck. And the only deck that was actually using it was like, not Mermail. It was Marincess. Marincess was using it to summon out the barrier statue. It was a really cool gimmick for them. But I guess this is allowing you to search June Moon, and then June Moon can spell summon itself, which is pretty nice. And then, hey, that deck already locks into water, so who cares? So I can definitely see this being played in Marincess as a really cool extender. Then the third effect of this card is ever sent from field to grave, add one Ice Doll Mirror from your deck to hand. So that's the new spell card for the deck, which is also really good. So let's talk about it. So this is Ice Doll Mirror. It's a normal spell. You don't have to take the first and second effect of this card's name once a turn. Send one water monster from your hand or face the field to grave. Especially one water monster from your hand or deck with the same name as that water monster you control. Also, you can't spell summon the rest of the turn except water monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add one Ice Doll from your deck to your hand. So, basically, they search each other, which feels nice. Luckily, you can only use the first and second effect of the card each once a turn, so you can't use both effects, unlike other spells, which does feel really good. Basically, I feel like this is going to be a really cool little engine with June Moon. 4 water decks to link climb. A lot of water decks already lock you, so I can definitely see this being played with it. I don't know how many copies you should be playing as a ratio, but I can definitely see Marincess testing these cards out, which would be pretty awesome. Finally, we have Twin Pillars of the Ice. This is a brand new quick play spell. Now, this card, I personally don't think we'll see any play out of the 3, because of the simple fact that it's you can't spell summon for the extra for the rest of the turn after this card resolves effect. So basically what this card does, you can spell summon 2 Ice Pillar tokens, Aqua Water level 4, 1900 attack, 1200 defense. You can't spell summon the rest of the turn except after this card resolves. So it doesn't even lock you into waters. It literally just says you can't spell summon whatsoever for the extra deck, which I think completely kills this card. Like, no offense, but the reason why no one plays Scapegoat, where it literally summons 4 tokens, is because it's just too slow nowadays. And the fact you have to wait a turn to summon 4 tokens on your 3rd turn in order to link climb, it's just not good enough. Not even a trap deck, so you want to play that shit. So personally, it's just not a great card. It does have a cool secondary effect. You can banish this card from grave to give you another normal summon for a water monster, which is pretty nice. But I just don't think this card will see any play. But I think the first 2 definitely will. I definitely think Ice Doll and the Ice Doll Mirror do have potential as a small little engine with June Moon and water decks going forward. The only water deck I can personally see right now playing it would definitely be Marincess. And even them, they might not have enough space in their main deck to even fit an engine like this in. So take that with a grain of salt, but who knows, it might be pretty good. Let's talk about the next brand new cards of the lovely day, which are some brand new, just generic cards. You have a new Fairy Tale archetype. So when I first read these cards, I instantly thought of Fairy Tale Dragon. Personally, that's what I think that these cards are based around because they want you to synchro summon into higher level 7 or higher dragon. So let's talk about it. So first things first, we have a level 3 Beast Tuner effect monster. The only special summon this card's name once a turn can only use the second effect of this card's name once a turn. If a face-up card is in your field zone, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is no more special summoned, you can add one Fairy Tale Prodigy, the Journey Dawn, on your field or in your graveyard. Then add one light beast monster from your deck to hand. So basically what this is trying to let you do is that this guy allows you to basically be a free extender if you control a field spell. Then, on normal or special summon, you get to basically search a new field spell. This new field spell is a Fairy Tale of the Dawn. Basically, it has three effects. First effect is all battle damage either player takes is half. If you control a light beast monster or a level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster, draw one card. And once a turn, during the standby phase, it discards in your graveyard. During the standby phase, you can send this card from the field zone to grave. My apologies. Place one field spell from your hand or deck face up in the field zone, except Fairy Tale Prodigy, the Journey Dawn. So basically, it has a very ancient Fairy Tale Dragon effect. And basically, these cards are revolving around like Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon because the next main deck monster is a level 4 non-tuner. So I guess the idea is they want you to play both, allowing you to make Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon. And then Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon gives you a different field spell, and you kind of just rotate them out, which is pretty cool. I always love Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon as a simple fact that it is a cool monster, but it had no monsters around it. But these cards seem pretty awesome. This is now the last card for the Archetype. This is Wonko, the Noble Knight of the Forest. This is a level 4 Lights Beast effect monster, 1100 attack, 1600 defense. You only use the first effect of this card's name once a turn. This card is no more spell summon. Add one Fairy Tale Prodigy to Dawn to your deck to hand. Or if you already have it on field or in your graveyard, draw one card instead. Your opponent monsters can target monsters for attacks while this card is in a face-up field zone, except this one. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can make the monster that destroyed it lose 500 attack. Now, personally, I think this is just a really cool engine to synchro climb. So the idea is that you want to basically have the field spell. Basically, once you have the field spell, you can spell summon out the forest guy, the little level 3 bat. And then the level 3 bat can search you Wonko Noble Knights of the Forest. It gives you that extra normal summon, so you can normal summon him. Then, because you already have the field spell, you'll draw one. Then you can synchro summon into Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon, draw one off the field spell. Then you can use Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon, destroy the field spell, in order to then place whatever field spell your archetype is actually playing into the spell and trap zone in order to play from there, which is pretty awesome. Also, Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon will give you an additional normal summon so that you can actually normal summon whatever starter you want, which is really cool. I think this engine has possibilities going forward. I don't know what ratios you need to play, but ultimately it does seem pretty awesome. I wish the field spell could search the bat. It'd be cool if you like activate field spell, search the bat spell itself gives you control the field spell, search the forest guy, Wonko, then Wonko gets normal summoned, you get to draw off the Wonko, because you control the field spell, then you synchro to Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon, you get to draw off the field spell, because you control a level 7 or higher dragon, and then you get to destroy a field spell to place a different field spell in your archetype, and then Ancient Fairy Tale Dragon can give you an additional normal summon plus 1,000 power, which would be 1,000 life points, which would be pretty nice. But instead, it does this other thing. Seems really cool. I just wish there was a searcher for this field spell. I know that we have terraforming, but I do wish either the I know the main deck monster Wonko, the Noble Knight Forest, can search the field spell. But the issue is once he searches the field spell doesn't search anything. So you have to open the bat in order to continue to make the play, which I just don't think it's enough. I don't know. It seems interesting. We'll just have to see. And finally, let's talk about the brand new GalaxyEyes cards. This is the final cards revealed, which is pretty awesome. We got a brand new GalaxyEyes and Shark cards. So really cool. These are like number 7S 37 Spider Shark. This is a Water Sea Serpent XYZ, 2600 attack, 2100 defense, rank 5, 3 level 5 monsters to make this guy. You can only XYZ summon this card using number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. As you control as material, transfers this card as material. Once a turn, you can detach material from this card. Turn on one monster your opponent controls, banish it to the next standby phase. And if you do, any number of monsters currently control lose a fast attack during the end of this turn. 38 phase. If this card is in your graveyard because it's destroyed at the center of this turn, after being XYZ summoned, spell summon it. Pretty interesting effect. Basically, it allows you to make this, I believe, a Nash Dragon event, Nash Shark or whatever. And then this guy allows you to just like IP for a turn, which is pretty nice. Now it's not a permanent IP. It's like the bad effect of IP where it's like banished, but they both return. Really interesting, but I don't know if we'll see play. Sharks has a very condensed extra deck. We'll just have to see. Finally, we have number S38 Titanic Galaxy. This is a brand new Galaxy Hope Harbinger guy. This is a level 9, requires 3 level 9 light monsters. You can also just slap this on top of a Hope Harbinger, transfer some materials to this card. It gains 200 attack for each card this material has, so it gets really big really quick. It's a 3000 attack, literally rank 9 dragon monster with 2500 defense. The second effect is once a turn, you can target 2 spells and traps your opponent controls, attach them to this card. The targeted cards and their effects can be activated in response to effects activations. I wish this was a quick effect. And then you can detach one material from this card. Until the end of this turn, the card's original attack becomes 1500. Also, you can attack directly. So, I like and dislike this card just for the simple fact that, yes, it does allow you to remove 2 spells on the field, and your opponent cannot respond to them. However, Hope Harbinger's a negate. This does not negate. It just non-targeting absorbs 2 continuous spells or like 2 set traps, which I feel like your opponent will just activate something in response. And because he's not a quick effect, I just don't think it's good enough. Finally, we have 2 new spells. This is Revelation of Hope. Normal spell card can only activate this effect once per turn. Send 1 level 8 dragon monster for you control the grave. It's supposed to 1 rank 8 monster from your extra deck. This is treated as an XYZ summon, so basically saying, hey, you can cheat out Hope Harbinger by sending a level 8 to grave, and then just slap the new Hope Harbinger on top, and then there you go. But I just still don't think it's worth it. And finally, you have Galaxy Journey, the quick play spell. This is you can only activate the first 7 discard things on the turn. You spell summon 1 of your banished light or dark monsters. If a face-up extra deck monster control is banished while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish this card, turn one of those monsters' spells, summon it. Overall, how do I feel about these last 4 cards? Personally, I think the only one that I will see play is Revelation of Hope, the normal spell. Just for the simple fact that this card just says, hey, if this is, actually, is Revelation of Hope searchable? I don't know. So, if it is searchable, it's actually fantastic, because you can just cheat out Hope Harbinger by setting a level 8 dragon you control the grave. And if that's the case, cool. Hope Harbinger doesn't need material in order to negate spells. So what he can do is, as soon as your opponent activates the spell, negate it. Now he has material. Then when your opponent tries to declare an attack on your board, detach the material just absorbs, and then he like redirects attacks, which is pretty awesome. Ultimately, I think this card's really interesting, and all these cards are cool, but we'll just have to see if they actually be meta relevant. Anyway, hope you all enjoy. Don't think stupid. See you next one, and bye-bye.